This is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Cambridge House Resource Investment Conference in Toronto 2011. I have Chris Berry of House Mountain Partners, LLC. And by the way, he has a newsletter, and he's also a featured speaker here at this conference and at many other conferences, I might add. Welcome again to SNNLive.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. It's great to be back with you.
Okay, so what are you speaking about?
Well, I've got a couple of roles today. I'll be chairing two panels. The first is on gold and silver. It's a very broad topic, but we're going to have some interesting debates. Eric Sprott will be there, David Franklin, and a couple of other very seasoned individuals in the gold and silver markets. We'll also be I'll be chairing a World Outlook panel, which again is a very broad topic, but that will be with Dr. Michael Berry, Danielle Park, who's a very well-known fund manager, and some other people. So we'll be talking about economic growth, where commodities fit in, all sorts of big picture topics like that. And then specifically I'll be speaking about electric vehicles and whether or not this is another false dawn for the industry. And what I really want to focus on are the metals that are used in the electric vehicle manufacturing. So lithium, vanadium, cobalt, so on and so forth. What do the supply and demand dynamics look like for these metals, given the fact that electric vehicles look like they're here to stay?
Do you know, I was at a conference and I saw electric vehicles being used in mining.
Yeah.
How do you like that one?
I think that one has a little bit of a way to go because obviously we know that the mining industry is very energy intensive, but you know, if you think about e-bikes, if you think about the electrification of the future going forward, my position is that electrification and by extension electric vehicles and energy storage is here to stay.
So that's really like a pretty big topic these days, I imagine.
It is. If you look at I think Section D of the Globe and Mail this morning up here in Toronto, there's a huge article about the Nissan Leaf versus the Chevy Volt and, you know, what's better and what are the pros and cons and so on and so forth. But the bottom line is with these mega trends like urbanization in the emerging world and demographics, electrification and the access to cheap energy and cheap electricity is something that's here to stay, and that's where electric vehicles fit in.
And I would have to say that that's probably the stimulus for the rare earth element business to begin with.
It is. You know, the benefits that rare earth magnets provide in terms of operating in automobiles and other defense industry applications at high temperatures are absolutely undeniable. I mean, you can make electric vehicle motors without rare earths, but they're much larger and they're less efficient. So electrification is a theme that is definitely prevalent when you're dealing with rare earth elements, no question about it.
So you're an electric vehicle bug now?
I'm not. I don't know if I'd say I'm a bug. I'm certainly, like I said, I think that electrification is here to stay. While I think that electric vehicles are here to stay in fits and starts, I don't think it'll be a linear progression, and I think that you'll see it advance and, you know, two steps forward, one step back, that type of thing.
Now, on a personal note, would you rather talk about electric vehicles than gold and silver? I know that everybody is so bullish on gold and silver that I think that you taking on this new topic of electric vehicles and discussing rare earth elements is it's really something that I know that our viewers are interested in.
Well, thank you, Shelley. And, you know, that was really my thinking in coming to the conference and choosing a topic. You've got so many people talking about economic Armageddon and gold going to $2,000 or $3,000 an ounce and silver, and I just thought, well, what can I add to the conference and what are my areas of expertise and what am I passionate about? And it just happens that electrification and electric vehicles and energy storage are things that I know a lot about and really enjoy. So I thought I'd just try and share the things that I've learned and see if we can't find a way to make some money in some of these juniors.
Now, how do our viewers find out more about getting your newsletter and more information? Website, please?
Sure. Well, there are a couple. We have a newsletter that we publish twice weekly, and you can go to discoveryinvesting.com to subscribe to it. Again, it's completely free, and we talk about a lot of these topics that we've been mentioning over the course of the interview. And I have a website for my own company that I've set up that houses a lot of the research that I've written, and that's at house-mountain.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Berry from House Mountain Partners, LLC. Again, a featured speaker at all Cambridge conferences. Thanks again for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you.